Your past relationships end. You meet the love of your life, you plan your wedding, and then because of COVID-19, you have to put a pause on your wedding plans. Today we get to meet a couple who've been affected with this COVID-19 but are taking it in a positive light. Welcome to Decoded. My name is Dayan Masinde. I am a relationship and marriage coach. Every week, I sit down with different couples to find out what issues in their relationship or their marriage they need decoded. Welcome.
My name is Faith Kimem.
Hi, my name is Bonnie.
So I met Bonnie last year, 2019. We met at church. We are doing the same program called Kinara with Nairobi Chapel, Lavington, Nairobi Chapel. And so from there, our lives started getting connected. We became so good friends. And then last year, 2019, August, is now when we began to date.
But it was a journey of like 8 months, just working with her, becoming friends and establishing friendship. And then in August, I couldn't keep it to myself. I just went, asked her out, picked her from my brother's house and took her out for a date. And then I asked her for love and gratefully she accepted. And then here we are.
The journey has been so good. One of the things that we really been doing is like getting so close to one another. Though sometimes we disagree, sometimes we agree, but the journey has been so good, awesome.
Being so deep in her, being so deep in me has really worked and helped us to just be friends, above everything, just be friends. Initially, we were to get married this December on 11th. We had a date. But when COVID happened and in March, we couldn't begin the family interactions, conversations, and just met her parents. And so COVID happened, there was lockdown, you can't travel, things had to change. And now that we work in church, there are things that are supposed to be met. There are things you just can't do like that. So with that, when now the lockdown was opened and things started moving, we began now the conversations, and we think and we feel we should get married next year, probably in March also. But the postponing of the wedding date was really a difficult task for us. Because one, we were set up to meet. We went thought it out. You know, the budget, where we want to do the wedding at, what are the dates, the details, we had those details with us. Then things changed, it was really hard, but it was for our good, so we had to walk the journey and just be friends again. Friendship kept us going.
It was so difficult to postpone the wedding. Just knowing that we had gone to their parents, to my place, and then now COVID came, we could not do so much. So we had to postpone the wedding, though it was, I could not understand it at some point because my mind was so set that December I'm going to get married. So it was so difficult. But now we are planning that we get married next year, 2021, March. Sometimes we don't agree, and like it has been tough, especially now during the COVID, because in African setup, we usually like going outings, you just spend time together, but it has been so hard that we cannot go for any date. We just talk over the phone. So it has been a bit challenging sometimes. That's why most of the relationships are breaking because of minimal meetings. And so that has been the toughest time for me, especially during this time.
We were apart for 5 months, you know, each day waking up to the fact and the reality that you want to meet, but you can't meet. And in fact, when the lockdown was open, I traveled the same day. And guess who I was the first one to meet? It was her. So that was a really difficult time for us. We could do video calls, but they were not as real as we, meeting. And all of us, are outgoing people, and we love just being together with each other. So that was a really hard situation for us. For me, now that I'm a Christian, the Bible regards marriage. It's such a high regard, such a high level. It's the relationship of like Christ marrying the church, and the husband dying for the wife, like Christ did for the church, and that's for us. It's such a high calling. We so feel inadequate to meet such an expectation of God calling us into marriage and allowing us to get marriage. So that's for us. It's just living a day at a time, just knowing the one who called us into this will help us journey it. And we know we are living in times where young people don't want and are valued low regard of marriage. But we have chosen to do it differently, to just trust God every day.
Being in position as a wife in that family to love my husband, is the church has loved its people. So I think for me it will be a great desire just to live, to be faithful to my family and especially to my husband.